Pisces, welcome to your reading for the week of March 20th. This week, definitely check out astrojar.com for more awesome readers and astrologers. Also this week, I'm going to be doing readings a little bit differently here. Your week looks amazing, so that's nice. I think it'll be a lot better than last week. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is split it up into sections. I've done this in the past, but I just felt like mixing it up. So in the area of finance, you have the Ten of Hearts, represents fortune after difficulty, things getting better after a difficult period of time, which is interesting. I think maybe last week, while it might not have been a terrible week, I think there could have been a lot of worries and thoughts coming up last week, especially after I did the readings last week. I was looking at the chart for last week as well in astrology, and yeah, I mean, I think it could have been a little bit, like, thought-wise, a little bit difficult for Pisces. This week actually looks very good with this Ten of Hearts. Also very good for groups. Again, this is coming up in the area of finance for you, so very good for making money with groups of people, helping groups of people, and this can also represent help coming back to you. Pisces has been a very helpful sign, and I think maybe to a fault, and most Pisces are too helpful to a fault. I know I am, and usually most Pisces agree to things that they probably shouldn't to help people. So that's nice. But this can be, again, a karmic return. It can represent some of those times where you've helped other people actually returning to you this week. But again, I'm mostly getting this can be even money coming to you through groups or through a group of people that maybe you've been working with. Next, you have the Ace of Clubs. Ace of Clubs is my favorite card in the deck. Represents abundance and always coming to you. Also represents learning and needing to learn as much as you can. I highly recommend that Pisces learns as much as they can. I talked about this a little bit in one of the videos that I did for Pisces, but to me, Libra in the 8th house is about, has a lot to do with like personal development and learning ways to improve yourself in a lot of ways. So maybe not what most astrologers would say, but I mean, at least that's the way I look at it. So I think that Pisces should definitely be focusing on things like making yourself the best you possibly can be. Especially, I think there's been a great hit confidence-wise over the past few years, maybe where Pisces has kind of lost some confidence. So you got to get it back. And this is a great card for learning to do that. Also a great card for learning other things to grow your finances, to grow your wealth. So very good card to have. Next, in the area of love, you have the Eight of Diamonds. Very funny, it is a money card, but it does represent on the horizon. I always say old school readers would just read eights in general as on the horizon. It would be a kind of like a clue for them that things were coming in the future. It can represent a little bit of patience, but this can represent love being closer than you think, especially if you're single, coming in the future. It can also represent needing to work, again, needing to put work in to get what you want. Needing to also kind of open up more to people in a lot of ways. You also have the Four of Clubs, things stabilizing, which is nice, becoming more stable, maybe even more stable in your emotions, which could make you more confident, which would make it just easier to meet people, while you're out and about trying to meet new people. Funny enough, this can represent retrogrades. To me, this is the card of Mercury retrograde. So maybe you meet somebody during the retrograde, which is, right around the corner here, the Mercury retrograde, or maybe the Venus retrograde. Again, this is kind of a general card of retrogrades to me. It's like a clue card for me about things like coming back around. I always call it the card of retrograde. So again, maybe during this period, you meet somebody. People always say, well, I can't meet somebody because it's retrograde. I'm always like, well, the astrology really doesn't have that much control over your life. And, I always say, what if you're meant to be with somebody regardless, retrograde or not? And, so just do what you got to do. But finally, in your area of general advice, you have the Four of Hearts. Great card of new things coming in for Pisces. Definitely new commitments. Pisces needing to commit to new things. I think some Pisces maybe had a commitment come up last week. Maybe it was about work, or it could have been love, or any other area, needing to commit to like a project or something. I think that for some of you, it maybe made you a little bit nervous for whatever reason. Again, maybe a lack of confidence or whatever. But I actually think it will work out for you quite well. Also a card of travel. You do have a couple cards of travel here, really. So I think travel could be very good for you at this time as well. Next, you have the Ace of Hearts. I would say family. Very good card of family and talking to family. Even if your family is far away, maybe just needing to talk to your family or needing to get feedback from a parent or something like that could be very helpful at this time. It's a card of your emotions overflowing, feeling really happy at this time, and having a lot of happiness around you. Also, very important to pay attention to messages and dreams that you receive at this time with this card. And finally, Six of Diamonds. I think that some of you will be getting a chance to work on something that you didn't think you were going to get a chance at, and some of you are going to get a little bit of a boost as well. I think it will allow you to work on other projects, to work on other ideas you have, especially if you have like multiple business ideas. For the rest of you, very good card for being on the right path. It says that you are on the right path. You're doing the right things to kind of get to where you need to go. The problem with this card is you can't always see it with a Six of Diamonds. It's not like the Six of Clubs. Six of Clubs represents progress, kind of like the Six of Diamonds, but we get little clues that we're going in the right direction. This is kind of like a card that says, well, you're not getting any clues. You have to have enough faith and trust in yourself. And I think that's probably also what the universe has been trying to teach Pisces, is to not rely on things. I mean, I tell Pisces all the time not to watch card readings and things like that, because I think it influences Pisces too much sometimes. So I think like Pisces needs to learn faith and trust in themselves at this time, and just kind of needs to go in the direction that they're going in. So that's what I would say to you. So thank you for watching, and good luck.